Behind every difference is a story that the outside world cannot fully see. The people featured in today's video have faced congenital conditions, accidents, prejudice, and long-lasting challenges, yet they have never allowed their circumstances to define their entire future. Through resilience, the support of their families, and valuable medical opportunities, they gradually rebuilt their lives, pursued their passions, and affirmed their own dignity. These are not only stories of overcoming adversity, but also powerful reminders of compassion and every person's right to be respected. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us as we begin this inspiring journey. From the moment they were born, Kay and Carter Torres began an extraordinary journey with a complex conjoined body structure sharing certain organs and limbs. Their early years involved close medical observation, ongoing treatment, and careful support from their family. Yet the story of Kay and Carter is not defined only by physical challenges. As they grew, the sisters continued learning how to adapt, communicate, and work together while discovering the world through a rhythm that was uniquely their own. Every movement Kay and Carter make requires agreement, concentration, and a level of coordination that most people have never had to experience. From simple daily activities to learning how to move, the sisters must work together to find methods that suit their shared body. Their progress did not happen overnight. It was built through patience, practice, and a refusal to give up easily. Behind every achievement is also the lasting love of their family, who continue to help them feel protected, supported, and respected. What makes Kay and Carter's journey meaningful is not seeing them as something unusual, but recognizing how the sisters affirm their worth through resilience and authentic presence. Their lives still include joy, family relationships, and goals shaped around their individual abilities. Their story reminds us that human dignity is not measured by body structure or the degree of independence a person has. It is reflected in the right to be loved, heard, and recognized as a complete and valuable member of the community. Every day of Jabari's life is a journey that demands strength far beyond his young age. His fragile body can turn even the most ordinary moments, from a small movement or a single breath to a quiet period of rest, into an exhausting challenge. Physical limitations remain constantly present, bringing pain and sometimes exposing him to the misunderstanding of others. Yet Jabari continues moving forward, facing each moment with remarkable patience, endurance, and a quiet determination that deserves genuine respect. Jabari's strength is not measured by his ability to accomplish extraordinary things, but by his refusal to let adversity take away his hope. Every day he continues trying becomes a victory over physical limitations and the judgments that may surround him. His journey reminds us that behind a fragile appearance can exist an incredibly powerful spirit. Compassion, understanding, and respect are not simply acts of kindness. They are essential ways of honoring and protecting the dignity of every human life. Kingsley, a young boy from Queensland, Australia, was born with Sturge-Weber syndrome and a port wine birthmark covering nearly half of his face. The condition not only created a visible difference in his appearance, but could also be associated with health concerns requiring careful monitoring throughout his development. Faced with uncertainty about their son's future, his parents, Brooke and Keewain, refused to step back. They chose to learn, remain by his side, and protect Kingsley with unwavering love, courage, and a powerful sense of responsibility. When Kingsley was only 5 months old, Brooke and Keewain decided to begin laser treatment for their son. Their decision was not simply about changing his appearance, but a proactive medical step intended to reduce the birthmark's potential long-term effects and support his development. Kingsley's family shows that parental love is often expressed through difficult but courageous choices made with a child's future in mind. Their journey also reminds us to view visible differences with compassion, understanding, and respect for every person's dignity. Hunter Nubbs was born without both arms, yet he has never allowed his physical limitations to determine his abilities or personal worth. Through inspiring posts shared by Easy Bake Gun Club, Hunter gained widespread attention for adapting to use his feet and the rest of his body in shooting sports involving the SCAR 16S and SIG P22. What impressed many people was not only his skill, but also his persistence and determination to remain in control of his life. His journey shows that resilience can open paths that adversity once appeared to close. Shirvani Naran, a woman from South Africa, was born with recessive dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa, commonly known as EB. This condition makes her skin extremely fragile and vulnerable to injury from even the slightest contact during everyday activities. From an early age, Shirvani had to endure physical pain, lengthy care routines, and limitations that most people could hardly imagine. Despite these challenges, she continued growing, learning to adapt, and protecting her belief in her own worth throughout a demanding journey. In addition to her physical challenges, Shirvani also faced hurtful predictions that she would never experience romantic happiness or build a home of her own. Rather than allowing those judgments to shape her future, she chose to live actively and prove otherwise through her actions. Every step forward was built on perseverance, self-respect, and a firm decision not to let her condition overshadow the person she truly was. Shirvani showed that human dignity is never defined by appearance or physical limitations. At 34, Shirvani Naran's resilient journey is a powerful testament to how self-love and unwavering willpower can help someone overcome the pain of EB to build a meaningful life. She not only inspires people to rise above adversity, but also awakens society to the need for empathy, compassion, and respect for every individual regardless of their differences. Shirvani's story serves as a profound reminder that everyone deserves to live happily and true to themselves. Don't hesitate to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed today's content. What impressed you the most about Shirvani's journey? Let us know in the comments below. Felicity Cadleck. Rossi, a woman from Massachusetts, chose to live honestly with her emotions, despite facing confusion and judgment from others. On September 15, 2018, she drew widespread attention when she held an unusual wedding ceremony with Kelly Rossi, a zombie doll that carried deep emotional meaning in her life. Behind the unconventional event was more than a story of public curiosity. It reflected the journey of a person seeking peace, emotional connection, and the freedom to live in a way that made her feel whole. To Felicity Kelly, Rossi was not simply an inanimate object, but a keepsake connected to her late father and the precious memories she wanted to preserve. The gift became a source of emotional support during periods of loss and loneliness. Felicity's attachment to Kelly grew from her desire to protect a meaningful part of her family history while finding a sense of security amid life's uncertainty. That deeply personal connection gave Kelly a unique and lasting place within her emotional world. In response to conflicting opinions, Felicity openly stated that the most important thing was not pleasing everyone, but understanding her own emotions and finding peace within herself. Her story offers a different perspective on how people cope with loss, memory, and the need to feel understood. Although Felicity's choice may be unfamiliar to many, her journey reminds us that compassion begins with respecting personal experiences and resisting the urge to judge another person's life too quickly. Yumi, a 12-year-old girl from Palawan, faced gigantomastia, a condition that caused her body to change rapidly within a short period of time. The abnormal growth placed severe pressure on her spine, leaving her in pain, affecting her balance and making her withdraw because of insensitive comments from others. Having to leave school added another burden to her childhood. Breast reduction surgery offered her a chance to ease the physical strain, rebuild her confidence, and gradually return to a life more appropriate for her age. There were periods when Teresa Sweetpeach almost learned to see her body through the harsh judgment of others. Living with lymphedema, a condition that causes lymphatic fluid to build up and create long-term swelling in certain areas of the body, she often became the target of teasing and unkind attention. Those reactions did more than make her feel isolated. They also made it difficult for Teresa to accept herself with compassion. Every public appearance could bring back painful memories, forcing her to fight quietly to protect her confidence and sense of dignity. Instead of allowing hurtful comments to dictate how she lived, Teresa gradually reclaimed the right to view her body through her own eyes. Modeling became a space where she could be visible, express her identity, and challenge standards that celebrated only one type of appearance. That confidence did not arrive overnight. It was built each time she chose to step forward, even while carrying fear and uncertainty. Every photograph and every moment in front of the camera represented more than outward beauty. It became Teresa's way of affirming that physical difference never reduces a person's worth. The experiences that once wounded Teresa later became the reason she began speaking openly about body diversity and self-acceptance. She did not deny the memories of bullying, but she refused to let them keep narrowing her future. By sharing her journey, Teresa encouraged others who had been mocked or judged to protect their dignity and treat themselves with greater kindness. Her story shows that pride is built through countless small choices, rising after pain, rejecting prejudice, and continuing to live according to the values one truly believes in. Shreya Siddhanagowder lost both of her hands in a bus accident in 2016, a moment that changed the direction of her life completely. 1 year later, at the age of 19, she underwent a bilateral hand transplant that lasted about 13 hours at Amrita Hospital in Kochi. The donated limbs came from a young man, and the procedure was recognized as Asia's first bilateral hand transplant performed above the elbow. It marked the beginning of a long but hopeful journey of recovery. After the surgery, Shreya's greatest challenge was not only helping her body adapt to the transplanted hands, but also relearning the most basic movements. She had to practice everything from moving her fingers and holding a pen to eating and completing everyday tasks. Every improvement came gradually and required focus, discipline, and remarkable persistence. Those small but consistent efforts allowed her to regain greater independence step by step. Over time, Shreya's family and medical team noticed remarkable changes in the transplanted hands. They gradually became slimmer, developed less hair, and their skin tone moved closer to the rest of her body. These changes reflected the body's ongoing adaptation after such a complex transplant. Her story highlights not only the possibilities of modern medicine, but also the power of perseverance, gratitude, and the determination to rebuild life after a life-changing event. Vinicius Sardi, a young skateboarder from Sao Paulo, Brazil, was born without the lower portions of his legs. His physical difference once led him through a long period of insecurity, isolation, and reluctance to appear in public. Instead of allowing those limitations to define his future, Vinicius gradually rebuilt his confidence through skateboarding. Every attempt to balance and move forward became a way for him to overcome fear, demonstrate his ability, and regain control of his own life. At 34, Shirvani Naran's resilient journey is a powerful testament to how self-love and unwavering willpower can help someone overcome the pain of EB to build a meaningful life. She not only inspires people to rise above adversity, but also awakens society to the need for empathy, compassion, and respect for every individual regardless of their differences. Shirvani's story serves as a profound reminder that everyone deserves to live happily and true to themselves. Like and subscribe if you loved this story. What impressed you the most? Comment below. Julia, a 14-year-old girl from the Philippines, has two differently colored eyes because of a rare medical condition. Her distinctive appearance often makes her the center of attention in everyday situations, even though she simply wants to be treated like any other teenager. Curious stares, doubt, and uninformed comments once left Julia feeling isolated and forced her to learn at a young age how to live confidently with what made her different. Over time, Julia came to understand that eye color does not define a person's value or future. Rather than allowing outside reactions to damage her self-confidence, she began to view the condition as a natural part of her identity. Julia's journey reminds us that differences do not need to be hidden or constantly explained. What matters most is knowledge, respect, and enough compassion to allow every person to live authentically. Tina Earls, a woman from Texas, faced a major turning point after being diagnosed with cancer in the nasal area. To protect her health and preserve her life, she underwent a complex surgery that resulted in the removal of her entire nose. Afterward, Tina had to cope not only with a dramatic change in appearance, but also with feelings of loss, uncertainty, and unfamiliarity with her own reflection. The life she once knew became a journey of learning how to adapt all over again. At first, Tina often felt uncomfortable appearing in public and used a prosthetic nose to restore part of her familiar appearance. Adjusting to her body after surgery was a long process because every glance in the mirror reminded her of what she had endured. Tina did not hide the difficult days or her struggles with confidence, but she also refused to let them control her entire life. Day by day, she learned to face the world with greater calm and to view herself with understanding rather than judgment. Over time, Tina came to understand that her new appearance could never diminish her worth, character, or right to live fully. Rather than denying the past, she chose to appreciate her second chance and turn her recovery into encouragement for others. Tina's story shows that courage does not mean being untouched by pain, but continuing forward after profound change. Her journey reminds us that human dignity is always greater than appearance, and that self-love can become the foundation for rebuilding the future. From the earliest days of their lives, Mariam and Mia faced osteogenesis imperfecta, a congenital condition that made their bodies exceptionally fragile, even under the slightest impact. Early medical concerns placed a heavy burden on their family, as every movement and touch required extraordinary care. Even so, the two sisters continued to endure each day with remarkable strength, showing that a powerful will to live can exist within even the most delicate bodies. Behind their journey stood the unwavering support of their family and medical team, who gave Mariam and Mia constant care, patience, and lasting faith. Appropriate treatment combined with deep love helped the sisters reach milestones that once seemed far beyond their grasp. Their story is not only about adapting to adversity, but also about how compassion, dedication, and hope can create new possibilities for a meaningful future. The turning point came when Chiara Bordi was only 12 years old and completely changed the course of her adolescence. After a serious motorcycle accident, Chiara lost one leg and had to learn how to adapt to her body during an especially sensitive stage of life. The early days involved not only physical challenges, but also a quiet struggle with loss, curious stares, and the fear that her difference would permanently limit her future. Instead of allowing the accident to make her world smaller, she gradually rebuilt her confidence, faced reality with courage, and developed a determination to live with greater independence and purpose. Breaking away from the expectations others had placed upon her, Chiara found in fashion a space where she could express her identity and take control of her own image. She did not hide her prosthetic leg or treat it as something that needed to disappear from public view. Instead, she decorated it with sparkling crystals, transforming a mobility device into an artistic statement filled with personality. Each time she stepped onto the runway, she was presenting more than clothing. She was expressing a powerful belief that even when the body changes after a life-altering event, every person still has the right to shine, pursue a passion, and appear before the world with confidence. From a young girl learning how to stand again after profound loss, Chiara gradually became a model recognized for her confidence and refusal to surrender. Her success did not come from denying the difficult days, but from turning them into motivation to keep moving forward. Her journey shows that beauty is not limited by physical perfection, but is shaped by self-respect, courage, and the choices a person makes after adversity. Chiara also offers a meaningful reminder that difference never reduces human dignity, while respect and understanding can help people move beyond judgment and live more fully. During 250 days of treatment for sepsis at the age of 21, Ripu Bhatia endured a period that tested both his physical strength and emotional resilience. The extended medical care disrupted the rhythm of his everyday life and required him to adapt to major changes in his body after treatment. It was not only a period of recovery, but also a journey of rebuilding confidence, patience, and the ability to face new limitations. Each small improvement in daily life became a meaningful sign that Ripu was steadily reclaiming control over his own future. After that life-changing experience, Ripu's interest in media gradually developed into a clearer direction for his future. He chose journalism as a way to observe society encounter different lives and share meaningful stories with the wider community. Living through a long period of uncertainty allowed him to understand people more deeply, not only through visible events, but also through the emotions that often remain unseen. In New Zealand, Ripu steadily established himself as a young journalist, using his ability to listen and tell stories to create sincere connections with others. Ripu did not stop with journalism. He also continued pursuing sports as an important part of rebuilding his life. Developing both a professional career and an athletic passion showed that he refused to let the past narrow the possibilities ahead of him. Every appearance in his work or in sports reflected a clear choice to live actively, keep moving forward, and prevent former limitations from defining his future. Ripu's journey reminds us that adversity can change a person, but it can also deepen their understanding of resilience, purpose, and the right to live fully. From her earliest days of pole training, Deb Roach had to develop an approach designed specifically for her own body. Born in Australia without a left arm, she could not simply follow the same techniques used by other athletes. Every movement required her to adjust her points of support, redistribute her weight, and maintain precise control of her body. That process helped Deb gain a deeper understanding of her limits, her strength, and her remarkable ability to adapt. There was no shortcut behind Deb's controlled and powerful performances. She devoted countless hours to strengthening her upper body, improving the flexibility of her legs, and developing balance in demanding positions. Setbacks during training did not stop her. Instead, they became valuable lessons that allowed her to adjust her technique and continue improving. Repeated practice transformed persistence into a foundation enabling Deb to perform difficult movements with confidence and precision. The true appeal of Deb's journey stems from her fierce refusal to let her differences dictate her future, turning pole dancing into a powerful display of her grit and iron discipline. Every stride she takes proves that human potential cannot be measured by physical limitations. Her story carries a profound message that, given timely belief and opportunity, anyone can shatter stereotypes to reach extraordinary heights. Hit like and subscribe to support us. Don't forget to leave a comment sharing your thoughts below this video. Jouri Tari, a young girl from Morocco, was born with a large venous malformation affecting her lip, causing noticeable changes to her face over time. The abnormal growth not only influenced her appearance, but also made eating difficult and created potential risks involving her airway and bleeding. During the early years of her life, Jouri faced significant health challenges and misunderstanding from others, yet she continued forward with the steady support of her family as they searched for the right medical care. Overcoming distance and financial hardship. Jouri's family brought her to New York for specialized reconstructive surgery. The treatment addressed the dangerous malformation and helped her face and smile gradually appear more natural. Jouri's journey shows how perseverance, family love, and access to appropriate medical care can create the possibility of a brighter future. Her story also reminds us to approach visible differences with compassion and to respect the dignity of every child. Not everyone recognizes the barriers disabled people face in everyday life, but Imani Barbarin has chosen to bring those issues into public view with a clear and responsible voice. Living with cerebral palsy, she understands that challenges do not come only from a physical condition, but also from the way schools, workplaces, transportation systems, and public spaces are designed. Rather than accepting silence, Imani uses her own experience to expose problems that are often overlooked, helping others understand that accessibility is not a special favor, but a necessary condition for equal participation in society. On social media, Imani does more than share personal stories. She examines how invisible bias can affect the opportunities and dignity of disabled people. She questions phrases that may appear harmless assumptions made without evidence, and the tendency to speak on behalf of a community without truly listening to it. Her work encourages audiences to think more carefully about responsibility in communication, because language can create connection, but it can also reinforce distance. Through this approach, she urges people to learn directly from those who actually live with these experiences. What makes Imani's voice distinctive is her refusal to treat disabled people as symbols who are valued only when they overcome something extraordinary. She emphasizes that a person does not need to achieve greatness, inspire a crowd, or transform pain into a polished story in order to deserve respect. That perspective creates a more humane way of seeing disability, one in which people are recognized first as human beings with the right to live, rest, make mistakes, and pursue life on their own terms. Their worth does not depend on whether they satisfy society's expectations. Every online campaign Imani joins helps create a space where disabled people can speak about their lives without being dismissed, pitied, or misrepresented. She helps transform social media into more than a place for emotional expression. It becomes a space for education and community building. When many voices are heard together, experiences once treated as isolated begin to be understood as part of a broader social issue. The strength of Imani's advocacy lies in her ability to make room for people to tell their own stories, rather than allowing outsiders to decide how those stories should be understood. Behind that powerful public presence is a clear message about the role technology can play in changing social awareness. Imani Barbarin shows that online platforms can become tools for education, connection, and advocacy when they are used with knowledge and respect. Her voice helps many disabled people feel less invisible, while reminding the wider public that inclusion cannot remain only a slogan. It must be reflected in action, policy, and a genuine willingness to listen. Imani's journey demonstrates that one persistent voice can create space for many others to be recognized as well. Courtney has shown that human strength can rise above challenges that once seemed impossible. Born with epidermolysis bullosa, also known as butterfly skin, she has lived with recurring skin injuries and later underwent surgery to amputate both arms. Instead of allowing adversity to define her future, Courtney transformed her journey into a source of encouragement by founding Coco and Shay to support, inspire, and strengthen people facing similar circumstances. Her story offers a powerful reminder that a person's true value is always greater than any physical limitation. The world around Junrei Balawing was always much larger than his 59.9-centimeter body. Familiar objects, everyday travel, and activities that seemed simple to others could become challenges requiring support and personal adaptation. Even so, Junrei did not allow his height to determine the way he participated in life. He remained warm, cheerful, and open to those around him, showing that a person's worth can never be measured by height or outward appearance. Behind his small frame was someone who tried to enjoy ordinary moments with genuine appreciation. Junrei spent time with family, met people, and took part in community life without allowing curious attention to force him into isolation. Simple pleasures became a source of energy that helped him maintain a positive spirit. The way he lived became a clear reminder that difference never takes away a person's right to connect, experience joy, and be treated with respect. The most meaningful part of Junrei's story was not the number that described his height, but the way he preserved his love for life in a world that was not designed for his body. Every confident public appearance encouraged others to look beyond physical form and recognize a person with complete emotions, hopes, and dignity. His journey reminds us that compassion begins when we stop treating difference as a curiosity and start seeing every individual with equality, understanding, and respect. Starting from the darkness of an orphanage in Bengaluru due to a rare congenital ichthyosis condition that left her skin constantly vulnerable. Nisha Lobo had to face the strict prejudices of society entirely alone. Her unique physical appearance once transformed the young girl's childhood into a long journey filled with obstacles and trials. Instead of surrendering to adversity or accepting fate's rejection, the flame of resilience within that vulnerable soul continued to smolder, helping her preserve an absolute faith in a brighter tomorrow. The explosive turning point arrived when a family filled with compassion embraced her, completely redefining the value of kinship and driving her to proudly rise and shine under the spotlights of Cannes Lions. Her decision to directly confront the world transformed her deep vulnerabilities into a symbol of true courage, shattering all invisible boundaries imposed by society. Nisha's story serves as a profound educational lesson, resoundingly affirming that pure love and an unwavering will can heal any physical limitation. The devastating event in 2007 descended upon the life of former American nurse Carmen Blandin Tarleton when a violent attack stripped away her natural appearance and left severe trauma across 80% of her physical form. This harsh trial seemingly threatened to submerge this resilient woman into the permanent darkness of absolute despair. Yet at the very boundary of life and death, the flame of a fierce desire to live and an ironclad will within a brave soul continued to smolder, refusing to surrender to cruel fate. The major turning point arrived through the marvel of modern science combined with extraordinary courage. Opening a supreme surgical journey packed with challenges in global medical history. Undergoing the most complex medical interventions to reconstruct her facial structure and skin. She resiliently conquered boundless physical pain to embrace a highly special rebirth. This miraculous revival not only restored basic biological functions, but also illuminated an immortal faith in the infinite capacity of human beings. Carmen's spectacular breakthrough journey has become a profound educational lesson in forgiveness, adaptation, and resilient willpower for millions of souls across the entire globe. She refused to let past scars imprison her future, actively stepping into the light to spread a powerful source of positive energy and a deeply humanistic message. The former nurse's story shatters all boundaries of fear, resoundingly affirming that a steadfast spirit will always find a path to triumph over adversity. Now, with a new appearance and a mindset that masters her own destiny, Carmen proudly writes the next magnificent chapters of her life through sharing and inspiring the community. Her unwavering determination in facing the harshest turns of life has transformed her into a vivid symbol of unparalleled hidden human strength before the storms of existence. This deeply humanistic journey proves an immortal life philosophy that genuine glory will always be ignited from the most grueling trials. Every person featured in today's video has followed a different path, yet together they prove that resilience can be stronger than barriers that once seemed impossible to overcome. What matters most is not only the challenges they faced, but also the way they continued to embrace life, protect their self-worth, and create hope for others. May their journeys remind us to appreciate quiet efforts and respect every difference. What lesson did you take from these stories? Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next. You won't believe that the people we're about to introduce actually exist in real life. These real-life extraordinary individuals possess appearances and abilities that will leave you astonished. Things that once made them targets of ridicule, exclusion, or judgment, but now shine in ways no one could have imagined. Each story is an extraordinary journey where resilience, determination, and the courage to rise above prejudice turn differences into a limitless source of strength. Every detail you're about to discover will take you from shock to absolute disbelief, as the truth goes far beyond anything you could imagine. So before we begin this emotional journey filled with tears, take just a second to hit the like button. Share this video to help spread these meaningful stories. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to give us the motivation to keep bringing you more powerful and valuable stories ahead. An unexpected accident in early childhood can leave behind the harshest challenges. And Annika's story stands as a powerful testament to resilience and the will to survive. During a visit to her aunt's street food stall, a tragic incident occurred, leaving Annika with severe burns across her back, torso, and both arms. Reflecting on that painful time, her mother, Felicia, once shared through tears that she cried every morning upon seeing her daughter, haunted by the fear that her little angel might not survive. The recovery process that followed was incredibly difficult, demanding extraordinary patience and endurance from such a small body. Yet beyond the immense physical challenges, Annika fought bravely to reclaim her life with unshakable determination. Her journey through adversity is not only a reminder of the importance of caution, but also a tribute to the boundless love of family and the strength of the human spirit, igniting a powerful flame of hope as she courageously moves forward to write a brighter future for herself. Alasia Caldwell is a resilient young woman from the United States who was born with a rare medical condition known as a lymphatic cyst. This condition caused a large, non-cancerous growth to develop around her face and neck due to abnormalities in the lymphatic system. The presence of the growth not only significantly affected her appearance, but also created major challenges in essential daily functions, such as breathing and eating. From her earliest years, Alasia's childhood was closely tied to hospital visits and numerous complex surgeries aimed at reducing the size of the growth and improving her quality of life. Despite facing physical pain and ongoing medical challenges, she consistently showed extraordinary strength and a deeply admirable, optimistic spirit. Growing up was far from easy, as she often had to deal with curious stares and unkind comments from people around her. However, instead of withdrawing into insecurity, Alasia chose to face reality with remarkable courage, compassion, and inner strength. With the unconditional love and constant support of her family, she gradually built the confidence to step out into the world with greater self-assurance. Beyond simply accepting herself, Alasia also chose to use the power of social media to openly share her authentic story with people around the world. She has appeared in medical documentaries and media platforms to raise awareness about lymphatic cyst conditions while sharing an important message about self-love and acceptance. Through her radiant presence and openness, Alasia has shown that true beauty shines through resilience, kindness, and inner strength. Her courage has touched the hearts of millions, becoming a powerful source of inspiration for those facing visible physical challenges. Alasia Caldwell's life story is a beautiful reminder that anyone can rise above adversity and live a life filled with meaning, pride, and purpose. For many people, taking a normal step is something taken for granted. But for a young girl named Jimby, it was once a distant dream that required immense courage to reach. Growing up with a rare medical condition often referred to as wind-swept knees, Her legs bent in the same direction, making walking and maintaining balance an enormous challenge. Yet behind her small frame was a resilient spirit that refused to give in. Her desire to run, play, and attend school like other children kept her hope alive. A life-changing turning point came when Jimby received medical support from international humanitarian organizations, allowing her to undergo a complex corrective surgery on her legs. The recovery process demanded great patience and extraordinary effort, but her bright smile never faded. Now, with her legs straightened, Jimby not only walks confidently toward a brighter future, but also stands as a powerful symbol of resilience, showing that challenges can be overcome with determination and the support of a caring community. Bharat Tiwari is a well-known priest from the Jabalpur region of India who gained international media attention for his extraordinary physical flexibility, earning the nickname the Flexible Priest. His unusually adaptable joints allow his body to bend and move far beyond what most people would consider normal. While this unique condition may be linked to naturally loose ligaments, Bharat has never viewed his physical difference as something to hide or feel ashamed of. Instead, he has embraced it with remarkable optimism, valuing his unique condition and firmly believing it to be a special gift from a higher power. His extraordinary ability to bend his body and move his limbs with unusual flexibility allows him to carry out daily activities and religious rituals in a truly distinctive way. His calm demeanor, warm personality, and confident presence in public have challenged assumptions, earning him attention, admiration, and respect from many people in his local community. Bharat has never hidden his differences. Instead, he has chosen to use this extraordinary trait to connect more deeply with the people around him, spreading a meaningful message about compassion, acceptance, and embracing one's true self. His life journey is not simply a fascinating medical phenomenon, but also a deeply inspiring story that powerfully reminds us that a person's true value is defined by character, resilience, and spirit, rather than outward appearance. No one could forget the fateful day when a rare accident involving shampoo catching fire engulfed 12-year-old Alima Ali in a terrifying blaze. Yet instead of allowing the severe third-degree burns covering 55% of her body and prolonged periods of unconsciousness to define her future, the young girl from Bradford, England, chose to confront the harsh reality and rediscover herself. The moment Alima decided to look into the mirror and face her new appearance was not an ending, but the beginning of a powerful transformation. It was the moment she shed the mask of fear and stepped into the world with the mindset of someone who had overcome extraordinary odds. The scrutinizing stares of strangers when she first stepped out onto the street could not break the will of a warrior who once had only a 10% chance of survival. Instead of hiding in the shadows, Alima Ali chose to shine brilliantly on social media with makeup tutorials, attracting over 17 million views. Every delicate brushstroke on her face is not just a beauty technique, but a manifesto of limitless vitality. She has proven to the world that horrific events do not have to interrupt one's passion. On the contrary, they can become a launch pad to achieve more extraordinary things than ever before. Her journey reminds us never to dwell solely on the pain of past accidents, but to focus all our energy on the miraculous journey of rebirth. Because true beauty lies in inner strength and the courage to continue living. And at the very moment you dare to love yourself again, life will open up proud new chapters. It is hard to believe that a girl with only a 10% chance of survival could become a proud icon of the beauty world. Do you admire Alima Ali's iron will? Please give her a like. Write down what impressed you most in the comments, and hit subscribe to always stay tuned for the most extraordinary stories. Junrei Balawing is a uniquely inspiring individual from the small town of Sindangan in Zamboanga del Norte, Philippines. Born in 1993, Junrei initially developed like many other infants, but after just a few months, his family began noticing that his physical growth had completely stopped. Despite his exceptionally small stature and the many challenges he faced with movement and daily activities, Junrei never allowed physical limitations to take away his bright smile, positive spirit, and joyful outlook on life. This young man's life entered a proud new chapter on his 18th birthday in 2011. On that occasion, representatives from a world records organization officially recognized Junrei as the world's shortest living man, with a recorded height of just 59.9 centimeters, or approximately 23.5 inches. This remarkable milestone brought tremendous joy not only to Junrei and his family, but also brought international attention to his small hometown, introducing it to people around the world. Because of this recognition, Junrei received an outpouring of attention, kindness, and support from compassionate people around the world. Although he was unable to walk steadily and relied heavily on the loving assistance of his parents for many daily activities, Junrei always expressed deep gratitude and brought positive energy to everyone who had the chance to meet him. He enjoyed drawing, interacting with the people around him, and became a local symbol of extraordinary resilience and optimism. Junrei's story is a clear reminder that a person's true worth is never defined by physical size or outward appearance. Sadly, in 2020, he passed away at the age of 27 due to health-related complications, bringing to a close a life that, while relatively short, was deeply meaningful and inspiring. The image of this small young man with his gentle smile and remarkable resilience in the face of adversity will remain in the hearts of those who admired him, reminding us of the power of family love and the incredible ability to spread joy despite life's limitations. Going beyond ordinary physical limitations, Lewis' legend stands as a powerful example of the miraculous reconstructive potential of modern medicine and the human will to survive. Born with a congenital condition in which he had no jawbone, he faced a biological map missing one of the most essential structures required for basic life functions. Rather than surrendering to adversity, Lewis entered a dramatic journey of medical reconstruction, where each surgery represented a step toward reclaiming his ability to speak and experience the simple pleasures of life. This journey is not only a scientific achievement, but also an endless source of inspiration, reminding us that true beauty is shaped by courage and an unbreakable desire to live. No one could have guessed that a common acne prescription could completely change Kurt's destiny in just a few short months. Instead of letting the pain of dress syndrome and patches of vitiligo drown his confidence, he chose a path of great courage, looking directly into the mirror and accepting the new version of himself. The moment Kurt decided to shed his shroud of insecurity to step out into the world was no longer an escape, but a spectacular rebirth, where every change on his body became a new chapter in the journey of affirming his self-worth. Stage lights and camera lenses have now become the platform for Kurt to showcase the beauty of being different, rather than the marks of his 2019 dermatological crisis. He no longer views hair loss or patchy skin as defects, but has transformed them into the artistic language of a charismatic and vibrant model. His story spreads a valuable message. True beauty lies in inner strength and the courage to continue living. Kurt's journey reminds us that rebirth is only truly radiant when you dare to look in the mirror with pride and walk with all the dignity of a warrior. Natalia defies the mysterious multicentric osteolysis syndrome, where her once solid skeleton gradually fades like mist, yet her will only grows sharper than steel. Although every movement is a grueling negotiation for survival, she resolutely asserts her personal identity beyond the dissolution of her physical form. This is a powerful testament to an extraordinary desire to live, reminding us of the infinite strength of the soul. The appearance of Suman Khatun in the early 21st century created a global media earthquake when this young Indian girl was recorded as one of the heaviest children in the world, at only 6 years old. Suman weighed approximately 100 kilograms, an unimaginable figure for a developing skeletal system, making the images of her standing beside her family a haunting visual contrast. The root of this condition was not merely dietary habits, but a fierce battle with a rare endocrine and metabolic disorder that caused her brain to constantly send uncontrollable, intense signals of hunger. Suman Khatun's case is not only an intensely curious phenomenon, but also a priceless medical record, sounding an alarm about the hidden corners of genetics and the complexity of human biological mechanisms that modern medicine is still striving to decode. Natalia Kuznetsova, often affectionately nicknamed Amazona by her fans, is one of the world's most well-known female professional bodybuilders and powerlifters from Russia. Her journey to becoming a global symbol of physical strength began from incredibly humble beginnings. Born in 1991 in Chita, Natalia was once a slim and shy young girl. Hoping to improve her confidence and build her physical strength, she decided to begin weight training at just 14 years old. Under the structured guidance of professional coaches, Natalia quickly revealed a natural talent and a deep passion for weightlifting. Through extraordinary discipline and an intense training routine, she completely transformed her physique and rose to become a sports phenomenon, challenging traditional assumptions about the physical limits of women. With an incredibly muscular build that has impressed even experienced male athletes, Natalia went on to achieve remarkable success in competition. She set multiple world records in categories such as bench press and deadlift, firmly establishing her place on respected international stages. Beyond her achievements in professional sports, Natalia's influence has also grown powerfully across social media platforms. She inspires millions of followers through energetic training videos and uplifting messages about discipline, strength, and self-confidence. Although she has faced differing opinions regarding conventional beauty standards, she has always remained proud of the results she built through her own dedication, hard work, and perseverance. Beyond sports, she has also explored the world of performance art by appearing on the national theater stage, further demonstrating her versatility and willingness to step outside her comfort zone. Natalia's life journey is a powerful example of turning early limitations into extraordinary motivation for success. Through unwavering determination and a deep passion for sport, she has built a truly unique identity for herself, becoming a symbol of resilience, confidence, and the relentless drive to prove herself in the face of life's toughest challenges. Stan Larkin, a remarkable young American known for his extraordinary resilience, became part of an inspiring medical story after living 555 days without his natural biological heart. Diagnosed with a genetic condition that gradually weakened his heart muscle, Stan faced a life-threatening health crisis. To keep him alive while waiting for a suitable donor transplant, medical specialists made the critical decision to remove his failing heart and replace its function with an artificial heart device. This life-sustaining device operated through an air compression system weighing more than 6 kilograms, which Stan carried in a backpack with him at all times, day and night. What amazed the world was not only the extraordinary medical technology, but also the optimism and resilience of the young man himself. Rather than remaining confined to a hospital bed or allowing the equipment to define his youth, Stan continued to embrace life fully and live with incredible energy and determination. He remained independent in his daily life, spending time with loved ones, going out, and even continuing to play the basketball he loved with friends while carrying the medical backpack securely on his back. After more than a year and a half living alongside a mechanical heartbeat, Stan's miracle finally arrived in 2016 when he received a donor heart and successfully underwent a life-changing transplant surgery. Were you inspired by Stan's journey and perseverance? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread this meaningful message. Have you ever believed in the presence of characters stepping out of fairy tales in real life? That is the case of Shyla Calvert-Yin, a globally famous girl with fluffy white hair like a brilliant halo, not due to the intervention of chemicals or elaborate hair techniques. Shyla's signature upright hair is the result of uncombable hair syndrome, an extremely rare medical phenomenon that has caused millions of people to watch her every frame on social media in amazement. From a scientific perspective, this is a fascinating rebellion of genetic mutations directly affecting the core structure of hair follicles. Instead of having a normal round cross-section, Shyla Calvert-Yin's hair strands are triangular or kidney-shaped, causing them to constantly stand upright and never be combed flat. However, instead of viewing this as a barrier, Shyla and her family have turned this difference into a proud personal hallmark, offering a profound educational lesson on cherishing the unique traits gifted by nature. Shyla Calvert-Yin's journey to stardom is not merely about entertainment, but is a heroic anthem of confidence and self-esteem. With her unique white hair that always shines, the young girl has proven that true beauty does not lie in stereotypical standards, but in how we love ourselves. Each of Shyla's images serves as a powerful reminder. Do not try to blend into the crowd when you were born to be a different miracle, because that very difference is what creates a person's most intense attraction. Nick Smith is a deeply inspiring individual known for his remarkable resilience and extraordinary optimism. Living with MOPD type 2 microcephalic osteodysplastic primordial dwarfism, an extremely rare form of primordial dwarfism, Nick has a much smaller physical stature than most people. This genetic condition causes the body to grow at an exceptionally slow rate, beginning even before birth. Yet behind his small frame is an enormous heart, an uplifting spirit, and an incredible passion for life. Born and raised in the United States, surrounded by the unconditional love of his mother, Shelley, and the support of his two average-sized older brothers, Nick has always been encouraged to live a full and equal life. Rather than being overly protective, His family made sure he had the opportunity to experience the world just like anyone else. Although daily life sometimes requires special adjustments and presents physical challenges, Nick has never allowed those obstacles to overshadow his joy for life. He continues to face the world with a bright smile, remarkable confidence, and an inspiring sense of optimism. The most remarkable part of Nick's life journey is his joyful personality and the positive energy he brings to everyone around him. He loves entertainment, especially animated movies, enjoys dancing, and has a wonderful sense of humor that easily brings laughter to others. Nick does not see his physical differences as a limitation. Instead, he uses his charm, friendliness, and uplifting spirit to connect with people and break down barriers wherever he goes. Anyone who meets Nick is often drawn to his warmth, kindness, and genuinely beautiful heart. Although MOPD Type 2 brought many complex health challenges throughout his life, Nick overcame medical expectations and lived a meaningful life for 28 years. He passed away peacefully in 2020, but the legacy he left behind remains incredibly powerful. Nick Smith's story not only helped the international community better understand primordial dwarfism, but also delivered a timeless message. A person's true worth is never measured by physical height, but by the love, courage, and extraordinary spirit they bring into the lives of others. The courage of a giant hidden within a frame only 1.27 meters tall, that is the proud portrait of Lauren Ruotolo. Afflicted with the rare McCune-Albright syndrome that makes the skeletal system brittle and prone to fractures, she transformed gloomy predictions of a life confined to a wheelchair into a journey of conquering the heights of the media industry in New York. The image of Lauren Ruotolo confidently striding with crutches at Hearst magazines is not only a miracle of will, but also the most vivid testament to the fact when the soul is large enough, no physical defect can imprison a human's aspiration for success. Moving beyond a brilliant career. Lauren Ruotolo has also become a symbol of confidence through her book, Unstoppable, where she teaches us how to love our own cracks. She bravely shattered every standard mold of beauty, turning genetic mutations into the material for fierce pride and self-esteem. Lauren Ruotolo's story is an inspiring, heroic anthem, reminding us that we are not born to blend into the crowd, but to shine brightly through our own uniqueness, no matter how harsh a script destiny has written. Alexandra Siang, a teenager from Davao City, Philippines, has become a powerful source of inspiration on social media thanks to her extraordinary resilience. At just 5 months old, her life was turned upside down when she was diagnosed with Stage 2 Langerhans cell histiocytosis, LCH, a rare medical condition involving abnormal growth of immune cells. By 7 months old, the small baby had already undergone intense and life-saving medical treatments to fight for her survival. Although she overcame the illness, the aggressive medical interventions during infancy affected her physical development. As she entered her teenage years, Alexandra still retained a childlike face, a soft voice, and a very small stature compared to others her age. This difference led her to face countless stares, doubts about her age, and even unkind remarks, to the point where she once considered quitting school. However, with the loving support and strong protection of her parents, Alexandra Siang learned to ignore negative comments and proudly embrace her uniqueness. She courageously stepped out of her comfort zone and became a content creator, spreading positive energy to hundreds of thousands of followers. With her ever-present radiant smile Alexandra Siang continues to share a powerful message. No one is perfect, and true value is never defined by rigid beauty standards. Instead, it shines through courage, confidence, and unconditional self-love. Karan Singh, from Meerut, amazed the world with his extraordinary physical growth after reportedly setting records as one of the heaviest and longest babies at birth. By the age of 8, he had reached an astonishing height of over 2 meters, far surpassing the average height of most adults, largely due to genetic factors from his parents, especially his mother, a former basketball player standing over 2.1 meters tall. Medical evaluations reportedly confirmed that Karan was in good health, with no known hormonal disorders or complex medical conditions affecting his natural growth. Despite facing everyday challenges such as finding specially sized clothing and shoes, Karan has always maintained an optimistic attitude and enjoys spending time with his friends. He has a deep passion for basketball and trains actively with the dream of becoming a professional athlete and one day representing his country in international competitions. Karan's story is not only impressive because of his extraordinary height, but also deeply inspiring for the confidence he shows in embracing his differences while pursuing his ambitions. With the support of his family, he is steadily turning his exceptional physical traits into an advantage for his future career. Anith, a Cambodian baby girl born with an incomplete skull, stands as a shocking testament to intense vitality in the face of rare medical mutations. Her family's journey to connect global compassion was not just a life and death search for surgical opportunities, but an epic saga of human solidarity helping to realize the right to live. This story affirms the infinite power of hope and kinship, powerfully inspiring the overcoming of adversity to protect the most fragile lives in the world. Moving far beyond the ordinary limits of nature. The story of Mrs. Kumari Nayak in India is a staggering chapter in the book of the planet's rarest genetic mutations. With a total of 31 fingers and toes, she possesses a singular body structure due to extreme polydactyly, creating a powerful visual phenomenon that challenges all anatomical standards. Her 12 fingers and 19 toes are more than just record-breaking numbers. They are a vivid testament to the miraculous and mysterious power of human genetic mutation. The images of Kumari Nayak's hands and feet consistently ignite intense curiosity, turning her into an icon of natural difference and reminding us that the biological world always harbors impressive and deeply documentable genetic glitches. Hit like and subscribe to discover more extraordinary stories. Dishant Adhikari, a young boy from Nepal, captured international media attention with a truly unique life story deeply rooted in cultural beliefs. From birth, Dishant had a rare physical trait, a hairy appendage growing from his lower back near the tailbone, resembling a small tail. At first, his parents were understandably worried about his future and took him to several hospitals seeking medical options to remove it. However, a turning point came when they consulted local religious leaders. Within their cultural and spiritual context, the priests advised the family to keep the feature, believing it to be a sign of blessing from Hanuman, a highly revered figure. What began as fear and uncertainty gradually transformed into acceptance and unconditional love from both the family and the surrounding community. Instead of facing ridicule or discrimination, Dishant grew up surrounded by respect and admiration. Today, he enjoys a happy childhood, confidently attending school and living like any other child. His journey is a heartwarming story of acceptance, proving that love and perspective can turn physical differences into a source of pride and a truly special gift in life. Have you ever imagined a newborn baby with the wrinkled appearance of an 80-year-old? That was the shocking beginning of Tom Tennant, born in 1993 in Australia, who seemed to defy the very laws of biology when he entered the world with an extraordinary amount of excess skin comparable to that of a 5-year-old child. This rare congenital condition caused his entire body to appear deeply wrinkled due to unusually high levels of hyaluronic acid. Although the medical community at the time was puzzled and had no clear treatment, Tom's family chose to surround him with unconditional love rather than hide his difference. As he grew older, what seemed impossible turned into a natural miracle. His body gradually developed to match the excess skin, allowing the wrinkles to smooth out on their own. Today, Tom Tennant has reached adulthood and enjoys a healthy, happy life. His extraordinary journey is not only a fascinating medical phenomenon, but also a beautiful message of optimism, self-acceptance, and the immense power of family love, proving that a person's true value always shines far beyond physical appearance. Shivanath and Shivram Sahu are famous conjoined twins from a small village in Chhattisgarh who have become an international symbol of perseverance and the unbreakable bond between brothers. Born around 2001, with their bodies joined at the waist, the two brothers share a digestive system and two legs, while each having their own separate lungs, heart, and brain. This unique condition allows each of them to have independent thoughts, preferences, and personalities, even though they must move through life together as one in every daily activity. Rather than allowing physical challenges to limit their abilities, Shivanath and Shivram have amazed both the medical community and the public with their extraordinary coordination in everyday life. The brothers are able to manage personal tasks such as bathing, changing clothes, and coordinating their limbs to move around with remarkable agility. They have even impressed many people by learning to ride a bicycle to school alongside their friends, proving that determination, teamwork, and a positive spirit can overcome even the most extraordinary life challenges. As their life story attracted global media attention, many leading medical specialists reportedly offered advanced separation surgeries that could potentially allow each of them to live independently. However, in response to those offers, the brothers courageously chose to decline, expressing that they wished to spend their lives together in the form they were born with. They shared that they were content with their current life and feared that medical intervention could place the other at serious risk, a decision that received the full support of their family. Sadly, in 2020, the twins passed away due to serious health complications, bringing their extraordinary and deeply inspiring journey to an end. The lives of Shivanath and Shivram were never just about medical circumstances. They became a powerful story of dignity, proving that human worth is defined by the heart, resilience, and deep connection between people rather than physical perfection. Is this a strange evolutionary step for humans? Share your thoughts below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories. Master Ho is a steely testament to the power of rigorous discipline, using his one-finger Zen technique to pierce coconut shells with just his index finger. Relying not on innate talent, this Malaysian legend spent over 20 years tempering his will and body, turning his finger bones as dense and durable as metal. Master Ho's story is a powerful affirmation that miracles are not born naturally. They are forged from sweat, relentless persistence, and an iron spirit that dares to challenge every human limit. Afiagoro is more than a name. He is a physical statement of the sudden limits of human biology. He emerged as the tallest man in Nigeria, but his 2.1-meter frame was not a gift. It was the result of an endocrine condition. His life took a dramatic turn in adolescence, when his body entered an extraordinary growth trajectory due to acromegaly, an excess of growth hormone. This transformation instantly turned everyday activities into a constant fight for survival, from simply fitting through doorways to finding clothes that had to be custom-made to match his extraordinary size. His story offers a profound insight into how the human body responds when its natural regulatory systems are disrupted. Nima and Dawa Peldon, born in 2017 in Bhutan, are conjoined twins connected at the chest and abdomen, sharing a single liver. Their early lives were filled with challenges, as every movement required perfect coordination between the two sisters. With extraordinary resilience and the unwavering love of their family, their journey toward independence began when they were given the opportunity to travel to Australia for a life-changing separation surgery. With the support of the Children First Foundation, the twins and their mother traveled to Melbourne in late 2018 to prepare for the major operation at the Royal Children's Hospital. A leading medical team spent weeks carefully studying the girls' highly complex anatomy in order to plan the delicate procedure. The thorough preparation, combined with the support of the international community, created a strong foundation of hope for a brighter and more independent future for the two sisters. In November 2018, a 6-hour surgery involving more than 25 specialists, led by Dr. Joe Cremeri, was a remarkable success. The doctors carefully performed a liver separation procedure and reconstructed the abdominal wall with great precision, ensuring the safety and proper function of all vital organs. The moment Nima and Dawa were brought out of the operating room on 2 separate beds marked the beginning of a new chapter, opening the door to a life of physical freedom for both of them. The recovery process progressed quickly, thanks to the dedicated care of the medical team and the twins' own determination to learn how to move independently. After their health stabilized, they returned to Bhutan, where they continued to grow up healthy in the loving care of their family. Today, Nima and Dawa are able to run, play freely, and express their own unique personalities, becoming a living testament to the power of modern medicine and compassion that transcends borders. Do you believe in the miracles you have just witnessed? Please leave your thoughts in the comments. We always cherish your most empathetic perspectives. If these films have touched your heart or changed your worldview, please support us with a like. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell now so you don't miss the next living wonder, a figure we believe will leave you astonished and questioning every limit of reality. Some people are born carrying extraordinary differences within them, and behind those unique appearances are remarkable stories that leave the entire world silent and listening. From the shortest married couple on the planet, to the little girl with the body of a mermaid, to warriors who lost their legs yet still stood proudly at the roof of the world. Their journeys are living proof that the only true limit is the fear inside the mind. They do not need society's pity. They use adversity itself to create one-of-a-kind miracles, turning what once seemed impossible into a powerful declaration of the limitless strength of human will. In today's video, we will explore deeply moving true journeys, where courage and extraordinary resilience overturned every medical prediction and shattered even the harshest prejudices. These powerful stories will surely give you tremendous motivation to face every challenge in life. If you are new to the channel, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next inspiring stories. And now, let's begin this incredible journey of discovery together. When people first see Paulo Gabriel da Silva Barros and Catiucia Lai Hoshino standing side by side, many are immediately struck by their uniquely small stature. But what truly makes this Brazilian couple remarkable is not just their height. It is the touching love story they have built together with patience, loyalty, and an incredible sense of hope. Both Paulo and Catiucia were born with a form of dwarfism. Paulo stands at about 90.28 centimeters tall, while Catiucia measures about 91.13 centimeters. Together, they were recognized by Guinness World Records as the world's shortest married couple, with a combined height of around 181.41 centimeters. Their record was officially confirmed on November 3, 2016, shortly after they got married. Their love story began online in 2006 through the social networking site Orkut. At first, things were not as romantic as Paulo may have hoped. Catiucia even blocked him because she found him a little too persistent. But Paulo did not give up. Over time, their conversations continued. The distance between them slowly faded, and a sincere friendship began to grow into love. They met in person for the first time in 2008 and continued a long-distance relationship for several years. In 2012, Catiucia moved to Itapeva, Brazil, so they could finally build a life together. On September 17, 2016, they exchanged wedding vows, closing one chapter of patient long-distance love and beginning a new one as an inspiring couple admired by people around the world. Even though Paulo and Catiucia face daily challenges in a world mostly designed for taller people, they have always chosen to focus on what truly matters, supporting each other. Paulo once said, "We may be small, but we have big hearts." That simple message has inspired millions of people around the world because it reflects their optimism, their strength, and the kind of love that rises above outward differences. Today, Paulo works for a government agency, while Catiucia owns and runs her own beauty salon. Together, they continue to prove that love is never measured by height or appearance. Their journey reminds us that real happiness comes from kindness, patience, and finding someone who is willing to stand beside you through every challenge life brings. When people first see Anjali and Keshav, they may think the siblings are much older than they really are. But appearances can never tell the full story of a person's life. These remarkable siblings from India were both born with an extremely rare genetic condition known as cutis laxa. This disorder causes the skin to become loose, wrinkled, and less elastic than usual. Their unusual appearance has drawn attention from people around the world, but their story is about much more than how they look. It is also a story of strength, family, and quiet resilience. Anjali began showing signs of the condition when she was only about 1 month old. Her parents noticed that her skin had become unusually dry, rough, and different from what they expected. Years later, the family was heartbroken to learn that their youngest son, Keshav, had inherited the same rare condition. Having 2 children in the same family living with such an uncommon disorder is extremely rare, making their family's journey even more emotional and extraordinary. Cutis laxa affects the body's connective tissues, causing the skin to lose firmness and elasticity. Depending on the specific type, the condition can also affect the joints, lungs, or internal organs in some cases. At this time, there is no complete cure, so doctors usually focus on monitoring symptoms, supporting long-term health, and helping patients maintain the best quality of life possible. Growing up with a different appearance has never been easy. Anjali and Keshav have often faced curious stares and uncomfortable questions simply because they look older than their actual age. But instead of allowing those reactions to break their spirit, the siblings have chosen to lean on each other. Every day they help one another face the challenges of living with such a rare condition, turning their bond as brother and sister into one of their greatest sources of strength. Their father once shared with pride that seeing his children care for and protect each other gives him hope. Their older sister also feels blessed to have such truly special siblings in her life. Today, Anjali and Keshav's story continues to touch people around the world. They remind us that true beauty is not defined by skin, age, or appearance, but by courage, kindness, and the love shared within a family. Their journey is a gentle reminder that sometimes the hardest struggles reveal the most beautiful strength within the human heart. Imagine a baby born with both legs fused together, creating a shape that looked like a mermaid. For most newborns with this extremely rare condition, the chance of survival is often very fragile, sometimes measured only in hours or a few days. But Milagros Cerrón, a little girl from Peru, overcame those harsh predictions and became one of the remarkable medical cases known to many people around the world. Milagros was born on April 27, 2004, with sirenomelia, commonly known as mermaid syndrome. This is a rare congenital disorder in which the legs are partially or almost completely fused together, creating an appearance similar to a fish's tail. This condition does not only affect outward appearance, it can also come with many serious problems involving the kidneys, bladder, spine, and digestive system. Because of these complex complications, very few children with sirenomelia survive beyond the newborn stage. However, Milagros became a symbol of hope as she continued to fight with extraordinary determination. Under the care of Peruvian surgeon Dr. Luis Rubio, Milagros underwent a series of complex operations beginning when she was just over 1 year old. The surgeries successfully separated her legs, allowing Milagros to gradually learn how to stand, walk, and even dance. This incredible progress surprised many doctors around the world and attracted international attention. As Milagros grew older, she was able to go to school, play with friends, and inspire millions of people with her resilient spirit. Although she still had to face many serious health challenges, including having only one functioning kidney, Milagros never lost her smile. Her courage became a source of inspiration not only for children living with rare conditions, but also for medical professionals who witnessed what modern surgery and a strong will could make possible. Sadly, on October 24, 2019, Milagros passed away at the age of 15 due to serious kidney complications. At the time, she was being prepared for a possible kidney transplant in the future. Even so, the legacy Milagros left behind continues to live on. She proved that no matter how rare and difficult a medical condition may be, the strength of the human spirit can still rise above extraordinary challenges. Milagros Cerrón will always be remembered as the girl who turned a diagnosis that once seemed impossible to overcome into an unforgettable story of courage and hope. Devin Merck, from Georgia in the United States, was born with an extremely rare condition called Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome, often shortened to MRKH. This means she was born without certain reproductive organs, without a cervix, and with an underdeveloped uterus. Devon discovered this life-changing truth when she was only 12 years old, after doctors told her she would not be able to become pregnant and give birth naturally. As a teenager, Devon struggled with feelings of shame, insecurity, and bullying that often made her feel different from everyone else. But instead of running away from that pain, Devon chose to face it with strength and keep fighting. She underwent reconstructive surgery using tissue grafts from her own body. It was a long and difficult process that required tremendous courage, patience, and recovery time. Later, doctors discovered that despite having MRKH syndrome, Devon still had functioning ovaries. This gave her hope that one day she could still have a biological child through IVF and surrogacy. Today, Devon has a happy marriage and uses her story to raise awareness about women living with rare reproductive disorders, showing the world that being different does not mean being less valuable. Devon's journey proves that beauty and strength are not defined by a perfect body, but by perseverance, courage, and the ability to love oneself. She has transformed what once hurt her into a voice that helps many others feel understood, respected, and encouraged to keep moving forward with hope. Do you believe that being different can become a strength that helps someone shine? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Jonathan Petrie was a Canadian boy from Ontario who became known around the world as the Butterfly Child. From birth, he was diagnosed with epidermolysis bullosa, or EB, a rare skin disorder that made his skin extremely fragile, blister easily, and become wounded from even the slightest touch. Even a gentle contact could cause painful injuries. But Jonathan did not allow his condition to be remembered only through suffering. With the support of his mother, Tina Boileau, he helped raise awareness and funds for EB research. Jonathan's story inspired many people as they witnessed his courage, his positive spirit, and the way he continued fighting every day. He also became an ambassador for Deborah Canada, helping bring attention to a disease many people had never even heard of before. In 2018, Jonathan passed away at the age of 17 while receiving experimental stem cell treatment in Minnesota. Even after his passing, his legacy continued to spread. In 2020, Canada posthumously awarded him the Meritorious Service Cross for his work in raising awareness about EB and inspiring others through his courage. Jonathan Petrie's story is a reminder that strength does not always mean living without pain. Sometimes, true strength means continuing to love life and fight on, even when life is full of challenges. Patrick Henry Hughes was born on March 10, 1988 in the United States with a rare congenital condition that caused his eyes not to fully develop, leaving him completely blind. He was also born with joint problems, which prevented his arms and legs from fully straightening and affected his mobility from birth. Despite these physical challenges, Patrick showed a special passion for music at an early age. As a child, he began playing the piano, later learned to sing, and continued developing his musical abilities through dedication, perseverance, and the unwavering support of his family. Patrick later attended the University of Louisville, where he became a member of the school's marching band. During performances, he played the trumpet while his father pushed his wheelchair across the field, creating a truly special father and son partnership that quickly captured attention across the United States. Over time, Patrick's story became more widely known through public speaking events and media features. He and his father began sharing their experiences at schools and organizations. focusing on themes such as perseverance, teamwork, and overcoming adversity. Today, Patrick Henry Hughes continues to inspire audiences through music and motivational speaking. His journey proves that people born with extraordinary differences can still pursue meaningful goals, as long as they have support, faith, and determination. Nyla Marie is a 5-year-old girl from Los Angeles who shines like a young fashion lover, even while living with a rare skin condition called ichthyosis. Because ichthyosis causes the skin to grow too quickly, Nyla's skin becomes very dry and flaky, and she is also unable to sweat properly, which puts her at risk of overheating. To manage her condition, Nyla and her family care for her carefully every day. She takes several baths a day to remove excess skin and help her body feel more comfortable. Despite these challenges, Nyla continues to live with confidence and style. She loves fashion, trendy outfits, painted nails, and posing in front of the camera. Her rare skin condition does not stop her from expressing her personality and creativity through the way she dresses. Nyla's story is truly inspiring because it shows that a child can face health challenges every day and still find joy, creativity, and self-expression. Nyla is proof that being different does not mean being limited. Her positive energy, personal style, and the love she receives from her family show how courage and support can help a person live fully and beautifully. Nick Vujicic was born on December 4, 1982 in Melbourne, Australia, with a rare congenital condition called tetra-amelia syndrome, a disorder marked by the absence of all 4 limbs. As a result, Nick was born without arms and legs, creating significant physical challenges from the very beginning of his life. Throughout his childhood, Nick faced many emotional and social difficulties as he struggled to adapt to his condition. Daily activities such as writing, using electronic devices, or moving independently required creative solutions and support from assistive tools. Despite these obstacles, Nick gradually developed independence by learning how to perform many tasks using his small foot. Over time, he began speaking publicly, sharing his experiences with students and communities in many places around the world. Later, Nick founded the nonprofit organization Life Without Limbs, which focuses on programs that support and inspire people facing physical and emotional challenges. Today, Nick Vujicic continues to travel the world as a motivational speaker and author. He spreads a message of resilience, self-acceptance, and the importance of a strong support system for people living with rare medical conditions. Nick's journey shows that even when the body has many limitations, the human spirit can still open meaningful paths forward. His life proves that people born with extraordinary differences can adapt, rise beyond their limits, and pursue meaningful roles in society. His story is inspiring not only because of his personal resilience, but also because it reminds us that support, faith, and determination can help people build a valuable life, even when they must begin from the most difficult circumstances. Melanie Gaydos was born in the United States with a rare genetic condition called ectodermal dysplasia, a disorder that affects the development of the skin, hair, teeth, and nails. Because of this condition, Melanie was born with sparse hair, missing teeth, and underdeveloped nails, features that significantly affected her appearance from a young age. Growing up, Melanie faced social difficulties and struggled with self-acceptance because of her different appearance. However, she later began exploring creative fields such as art and fashion, eventually pursuing a career in modeling. Melanie became known for her work in alternative fashion and media, appearing in advertising campaigns and music videos that challenged traditional beauty standards. Her presence in the fashion industry helped contribute to broader conversations about representation, diversity, and the way society defines beauty. Over time, Melanie used her influence to raise awareness about ectodermal dysplasia and promote acceptance of physical differences. Through interviews and public appearances, she continued to support inclusion and understanding for people living with rare genetic conditions. Melanie's journey reflects how individuals born with extraordinary differences can pursue creative careers while also bringing attention to medical conditions that are often overlooked. The birth of an unnamed baby boy in Dumri Isri town, India, with 4 arms and 4 legs due to an incomplete twin formation, sparked a powerful spiritual wave. Rather than being viewed purely through a medical lens, many in the devout local community believe he is an embodiment of the revered Lord Ganesha. His presence has inspired faith and unity, transforming a rare medical condition into a symbol of blessing. This marks the beginning of an extraordinary journey where difference is embraced through devotion and compassion, raising hope for a harmony between science and local belief systems. Standing at just 90 centimeters tall, Peri Bari carries within him a blazing heart and an enormous ambition to build a community exclusively for people with dwarfism in the Philippines. Refusing to live in insecurity or be limited by social barriers, he is determined to create a paradise where every resident can take control of their life, live with dignity, confidence, and hold their head high with pride. Peri Bari's story is not just about creating a living space, but also a powerful declaration of the strength of will, proving that a person's true stature is not measured by a tape measure, but by the magnitude of the dreams they dare to pursue. What do you think truly defines a person's greatness? Their height or the dreams they dare to pursue? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Born in Germany. Matthias Schlitter came into the world with a rare congenital condition that caused his right arm to develop far greater size and strength than the rest of his body. Instead of allowing this physical difference to become a barrier, he turned it into an invaluable strength and decided to pursue a professional sports career. Matthias's journey began in small competitions in his hometown, where he discovered his natural talent for arm wrestling after easily defeating opponents who were much larger than him. Thanks to his consistent training and unshakable determination, he quickly moved onto the international stage and became a true phenomenon in the world of arm wrestling. Although he competed in a lightweight division, his massive right arm helped him win numerous gold medals at German national championships and many prestigious tournaments around the world. He is not only an outstanding athlete, but also a powerful symbol of a sporting spirit that refuses to surrender in the face of adversity. Matthias's life offers a profound lesson about how people face their own differences. He has proven that what may seem like a disadvantage can become a one-of-a-kind strength when we learn to accept ourselves and keep striving without giving up. His story continues to strongly inspire millions of people, affirming that perseverance and a positive attitude are the most important keys to reaching every peak of glory and turning natural barriers into stepping stones toward remarkable success. Michael and Taylor are a special couple in Australia, as both of them live with Down syndrome. Their love is gentle like a stream, flowing quietly through the strict prejudices of society. Michael, with his warm heart, always shows Taylor tenderness in simple ways, from holding her hand while crossing the street to giving her sincere compliments. He does not need complicated reasons to love. He only knows that Taylor makes his world brighter and more meaningful every day. Taylor is a resilient young woman who has always fought to affirm her independence in life. She loves Michael because he knows how to listen and truly value her feelings. For them, every date is a small journey, and every kiss is a lasting promise. Although they have faced many objections from family and society about marriage, they have remained devoted to each other. Their pure love has gradually softened prejudice, proving that they, too, deserve to love and be loved. Michael and Taylor's story is not only about love, but also a lesson about the right to happiness. They do not seek luxury. They only hope to live peacefully together for the rest of their lives. The sincerity and innocence in the way they love make many people stop and reflect. They show that even when intellectual abilities may be different, the heart still beats with love and loyalty. That is what has turned their love into a powerful source of inspiration. Ahmed and Mohammed were born in a small village in Egypt, with the tops of their heads joined together, creating an extremely difficult position for every part of daily life. For the first 2 years of their lives, the brothers could only see the sky from a tilted angle, and had never known the feeling of standing upright independently. The desire to give them a fuller childhood brought their family across the ocean to Texas, where doctors began a challenging medical journey to separate the two brothers. The highly successful surgery in 2003 opened a new horizon, where Ahmed and Mohammed were able to look directly into each other's eyes for the first time. The post-surgery days became a journey of learning to walk, learning to speak, and discovering how to control their separate bodies, unfamiliar at first, but filled with happiness. From conjoined children, they transformed into active boys who could run, play, and laugh on the grass. The pain of surgery gave way to their father's overwhelming joy as he watched his sons grow up. Ahmed and Mohammed's story is a testament to the miracle that can happen when science is combined with the love of family. The brothers returned to their homeland to a warm welcome from their entire community, becoming a symbol of rebirth and medical progress. Although they had to face many challenges in adapting to life apart, their optimistic spirit never faded. The independent lives they have today stand as a powerful affirmation that no barrier is impossible to overcome when we have enough faith. Nabil Shaban is not only an actor, he is a symbol of resistance against prejudice in the arts. Facing rejection because of his different physical appearance, he founded the Gray Eye Theater Company himself, creating a sanctuary where disabled artists could shine. For Nabil, talent is never limited by the body, and the stage is a place where every barrier must be broken down. He established his place through bold and challenging roles, using his sharp gaze and powerful voice to command the space around him. Nabil did not act to seek pity. He acted to prove that disabled people can take on even the most complex roles. Every time he appeared, he sent a powerful message about equality and the desire for freedom in artistic creation. Nabil's greatest difference lies in the spirit of a cultural revolutionary. He forced the entertainment world to change its narrow perspective and brought the stories of disabled people onto the mainstream stage. Although his bones may be fragile, his vision helped shift an entire system of prejudice, paving the way for future generations of extraordinary artists. Whitney was once a promising young athlete before FOP suddenly appeared and completely changed the course of her life. From someone who loved sports, she had to learn to live with a wheelchair and rely on support from loved ones for basic needs. Yet Whitney never allowed the disease to extinguish the powerful energy burning inside her. She chose to become an active advocate, using her influence to call for greater international awareness of rare diseases. She is one of the bravest patients to take part in clinical trials for new medications, accepting risks for the future of medicine. Whitney always appears in public with a radiant smile and an optimistic spirit that earns the admiration of everyone around her. She takes part in fundraising events and appears on television to share her journey with pride. For Whitney, FOP is not the end, but a new beginning that allows her to carry out even greater missions. Whitney proves that attitude determines the quality of life, not physical impairments. She still travels and enjoys a vibrant life, becoming a symbol of adaptation and the effort to change the world. Whitney's story helps us understand that every individual can create something extraordinary from their own pain. If you could send a message to Whitney, what would you say? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like and leave a sub to support our journey. Nico Calabria was born with only a left leg due to a congenital condition, but he refused to stand on the sidelines as a spectator. From the age of 5, he began training in soccer on wooden crutches, patiently turning them into a second pair of legs that allowed him to move with incredible speed. Nico did not need pity from his opponents. He made them respect him with thunderous shots and skillful ball control using his one and only foot. The peak of the extraordinary came when Nico scored an artistic bicycle kick goal in high school, creating a sensation that shook the sports world. Launching himself into the air and finishing the shot on crutches, he powerfully proved that the only limits are the ones we place on ourselves. His burning passion led him to become a key member of the U.S. amputee soccer team, where he continued to compete and shine on major stages. Nico's journey is an epic story of overcoming adversity through optimism and serious, disciplined training. He is not only an outstanding soccer player, but also an adventurer who successfully conquered the majestic peak of Mount Kilimanjaro on crutches, proving the true power of human will. Nico reminds the world that no impairment can stop you from stepping into the game of life, and that anyone can become a champion if they dare to pursue their passion. Talia Joy Castellano began her battle with 2 aggressive forms of cancer when she was only a little girl. Facing hair loss and the harsh physical changes caused by chemotherapy, Talia did not choose to surrender or fall into sadness. She found a powerful passion in the colorful world of makeup. Instead of wearing wigs to hide her illness, Talia used her own face and bare scalp as an artistic canvas, turning makeup into a powerful statement of beauty and courage in the face of adversity. Through her personal YouTube channel, Talia became a global phenomenon with professional makeup tutorial videos and a radiant smile that shone despite her pain. She spread the message, "Makeup is my wig." Talia did not use cosmetics to cover up imperfections. She used them to honor life and optimism. Her confidence was so powerful that she was named an honorary face of the cosmetics brand CoverGirl, proving that presence and resilience can blur every boundary created by illness. Talia's passing at the age of 13 left behind deep sorrow, but the legacy she left was an immortal song about the desire to shine. She taught us that we are not defined by what illness takes away, but by what we choose to plant in the hearts of others. Talia did not need long hair or a healthy body to be beautiful. It was her radiant soul and resilient will that turned her into an eternal symbol. She remains there, glowing in every piece of footage, reminding the world to cherish inner beauty and live every moment to the fullest. That girl was born without arms due to a harsh congenital syndrome. In a society designed for bodies considered complete, she taught herself to train her feet into substitute hands. From small personal tasks to complex skills such as cooking or driving, her feet performed everything with astonishing precision. She refused to see her circumstances as a tragedy, turning them instead into a different way of living through rare perseverance and an extraordinary optimistic spirit. Through an online video sharing channel, she opened the door to her life for millions of people to witness. Instead of stirring compassion through sad stories, she chose to show her independence with honesty and humor. Her videos teaching how to get dressed, apply makeup, or go grocery shopping with her feet stand as a clear affirmation that disability is an inconvenience, not an ending. She turns her difference into positive energy, breaking down prejudice and social barriers. That extraordinary journey is a song of faith, proving that true freedom lives in a mind not chained by fear or insecurity. With a smile always on her face, she is living proof of how to build a full life from what we already have. Does this inspiring story give you more motivation to face your own challenges? Comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. If Robert Wadlow's life was a pursuit driven by height, then John Rogan's story was a life-and-death battle between a giant skeleton and the ground beneath him. Severe joint stiffness from childhood turned his 8-foot-9-inch body into a trap, causing his legs to contract and harden like dry wood, leaving him permanently unable to stand. But forget the image of a pitiful victim, because John refused to let himself collapse. He designed a goat-pulled cart with his own hands, went out onto the streets, and sold drawings and photographs to support himself with pride rather than charity. Until his final breath, he firmly rejected every freak show that wanted to profit from his body, proving to the world that you may be confined inside a physically different body, but no one can ever chain a free soul. Born and raised among the rugged mountains of Nepal, Hari Buddha Magar had dreamed of conquering great heights since he was a child. He once had a proud career serving in an elite military force, dedicating himself fully to international missions. However, a major incident during his service caused him to permanently lose both of his legs. Faced with an extremely harsh reality, Hari went through a difficult period, struggling with questions about the meaning of life and the future ahead. But instead of surrendering to fate, he decided to rediscover his strength through his love of sports and his powerful desire to live. With extraordinary determination and an incredibly disciplined training routine, he began pushing himself and conquering many famous mountains with specialized prosthetic legs, breaking through every physical limit step by step. The peak of that difficult journey came when he successfully conquered Mount Everest, becoming the first double above-the-knee amputee to reach the roof of the world. His great achievement is not only a victory of physical strength, but also a clear testament to an unbreakable will. Hari Buddha Magar's life delivers a profound educational lesson about patience, courage, and the ability to rise from adversity. He has powerfully proven that disability is not the final barrier, but can become the beginning of an even greater journey, inspiring millions of people around the world with tremendous motivation to keep living. The extraordinary journeys of these special individuals have shown us that the true measure of a person does not lie in outward appearance or physical impairments, but in the size of their dreams and the resilient will within their soul. They have turned pain and difference into one-of-a-kind strengths, allowing them to live full and radiant lives while leaving behind immortal legacies that continue to inspire millions of people around the world. Don't forget to leave a comment sharing which story touched your heart the most. And be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe to continue joining us on the next meaningful journeys. Have you ever wondered where the true limits of human potential lie when adversity strikes? Today, we will meet extraordinary individuals who, despite being born with unique physical forms or facing cruel twists of fate from devastating accidents, still resiliently smile and embrace life. Through love, perseverance, and an immortal faith in themselves, they have proven that no biological barrier can ever extinguish a fierce desire to live. To empower the community and share these deeply humanistic values, please hit subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Let us begin our journey to discover these immortal epics of true courage right now. Felix Gretarsson was once a skilled worker in Iceland until a shocking event in 1998 stripped away the light of his life. The moment he encountered a massive surge of energy permanently altered his physique, plunging him into a profound slumber and his darkest days. It seemed the shadow of despair would consume the vitality of this man. Yet amidst the deepest trials, the flame of his will to survive continued to smolder, waiting for the day it would blaze brilliantly against all the odds. Fate smiled upon him when he found a beacon of hope in his life partner, Sylvia, a peaceful haven who helped him stand firm through the storms. January 2021 witnessed a monumental milestone in Lyon, France, as Felix embarked on a medical journey unprecedented in human history. Through the marvel of science and extraordinary courage, he embraced a spectacular rebirth for his physical form, ushering in a proud new chapter and illuminating faith for millions of people across the entire globe. The journey to rediscover himself was never easy, but through relentless effort with intensive recovery methods, a true miracle finally manifested. Felix has now shattered all physical boundaries, steering his own way on the roads, cherishing small objects, and above all, delivering the warmest hugs to his family with his newfound strength. His remarkable story stands as an immortal epic about the fierce desire to live and the limitless power residing within the resilient human spirit. A unique physical structure from birth was never an excuse for Ricardo Benitez to surrender to fate, even though his legs bore major structural challenges. Instead of choosing a quiet life, he dove into the grueling world of sports, challenging himself with rugby and relentlessly forging his willpower through intense training. The year 2020 exploded with a monumental milestone as this man resiliently crossed a distance of over 42 kilometers after half a day of continuous movement, turning the finish line into a resounding statement against all preconceptions. That victory did not come from luck at all, but was the ultimate result of an iron spirit and a profound desire to live every moment to the fullest. The exhausted steps at the marathon finish line turned out to be the starting point for an even more spectacular breakthrough journey named Iron Man. Unsatisfied with past glory, he continues to challenge the ultimate human boundaries by throwing himself into one of the most punishing arenas on the planet, which demands absolute endurance across open waters, wind-cutting wheels, and a blazing long-distance run. This unwavering determination serves as a profound educational message about true courage, proving that human potential is entirely limitless once we dare to confront and overcome our very own fears. lacking arms from birth due to a rare congenital condition. Donavia Walker refused to let fate imprison her future. This resilient girl chose an astonishing path of adaptation, training her feet to replace all daily activities. From writing and eating to using technology, every movement was a creative triumph of boundless perseverance. Her fierce desire for independence helped her conquer countless barriers, turning the impossible into reality through an iron spirit. That extraordinary determination serves as a profound lesson, shattering the boundaries society often imposes on a different physical structure. Each perfected skill is a resounding affirmation that true human strength lies within willpower and an immortal faith in oneself. Her breakthrough journey opens a deeply humanistic perspective on the value of relentless effort, proving to the world that no physical limitation can ever conquer a soul that hungers for freedom and excellence. The tragic event in 1997 left Juliana Oliveira paralyzed in all 4 limbs. But it could never extinguish the fierce fire of desire burning within her. Through astonishing perseverance, the Brazilian journalist resiliently conquered adversity to continue her education and assert her brilliant capability on the TV show Programa Especial. Beyond the studio lights, she shines as a wonderful mother to her 2 daughters, actively building a proudly independent life. This spectacular breakthrough journey serves as a profound educational lesson, proving that knowledge, responsibility, and courage will always triumph over any physical limitation to write a glorious future. The steady ticking of the craniofacial distraction device every day sounds like a resilient heartbeat, shifting her facial bones millimeter by millimeter to clear a path for Layla Shook's survival, battling a rare condition that severely deformed her skull structure from birth. The 9-year-old girl has faced immense pressure, threatening her airway and vision. Her childhood has not been a series of carefree days, but a relentless medical war with a painful record of undergoing 60 major surgeries just to reclaim the right to exist normally like any other child. Rising above the deep physical scars and brutal trials, the spirit of this young warrior still radiates a boundless source of optimistic energy. Her resilient journey is not only a medical miracle, but also becomes a profound educational lesson in true courage, touching the hearts of millions of people across the globe. Such unwavering determination in the face of adversity has proven an immortal life philosophy that no physical barrier can ever extinguish the fierce desire to live and the radiant smile of a soul longing to thrive. Facing severe instabilities in nutritional and physical health since the age of 9. Lauren Lax had to endure a long journey of brutal trials. At her most difficult stage, the physical form of this 27-year-old girl fell into an alarming decline as her weight dropped to a mere 36 kilograms, leaving her physique incredibly frail before adversity. Instead of surrendering to the cruel twists of fate, she resiliently awakened her survival instinct, determined to rescue herself and rediscover the light of life from those very profound vulnerabilities. Her miraculous revival has become a profound educational lesson, shattering all boundaries of despair to reach toward a much better future. Choosing not to keep this miracle to herself, Lauren decided to found and direct a comprehensive care program named Thrive to accompany and support the recovery of others in similar situations. This deeply humanistic breakthrough journey inspires a powerful desire to live for millions of souls, serving as a resounding proof that courage and determination can transform past scars into an infinite source of strength to uplift the community. stepping into the art world with a unique physical form as her height stopped at 91 centimeters due to a rare cartilage and hair condition. Jana had to face the solid walls of societal prejudice entirely alone. Her childhood and school years were once shrouded in the darkness of deep insecurity and profound emotional wounds from a secret romance lasting 6 years that was never socially acknowledged. Those massive psychological scars once pushed her into unhealthy habits in the past, seemingly threatening to completely extinguish all dreams and the will to survive within a vulnerable soul. Yet at the very moment she stood before the abyss of despair, a fierce passion for dance awakened and became her ultimate life raft, ushering in a proudly magnificent new chapter for her existence. Jana threw herself into the studio with iron discipline and boundless perseverance, transforming her uniquely proportional physique into a highly sharp and captivating weapon of body language. Through sweat and even blood spilled on the practice floor, she shattered every strict standard to proudly step into the top prestigious studios in Los Angeles, asserting her true status as a professional dancer. Who says a unique physical stature cannot share the frame with Chris Brown or Snoop Dogg? She shattered that prejudice with outstanding talent on global scale stages. This story stands as a resounding affirmation that genuine glory is only born when you dare to nurture a willpower large enough to transcend adversity. Hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel right now if this journey gave you an extra boost of motivation. And leave a comment so we can spread these positive energies together. A tragic diving accident at the age of 15 left Luciano Alves paralyzed in all 4 limbs. But it could never imprison the brilliant creative world waiting to awaken inside this Brazilian artist. During grueling months of rehabilitation, he chose to embrace painting and patiently learned to control the brush using his very own lips. Each vibrant stroke ignited is not merely a unique piece of art, but also serves as a profound educational lesson in resilience, proving to the world that a passionate soul will always find a breakthrough path to adapt and triumph over the ultimate restrictions of fate. Facing profound vulnerabilities on her skin since early childhood due to a severe congenital eczema condition, Daisy Malin had to endure a grueling and challenging healthcare journey. The life of this 26-year-old girl seemed constantly tied to a continuous search for soothing relief from her body's harsh reactions. Her perseverance was tested to the ultimate limit when she turned 24, a pivotal moment when the unstable condition flared up fiercely and conventional interventions completely lost their effectiveness, pushing her to a difficult crossroads of destiny. In the face of experts' proposals for a powerful intervention that carried countless unpredictable side effects, Daisy made a courageous decision to reject the old path and choose a challenging breakthrough route. She decided to halt all external suppressive therapies, embarking on a natural self-recovery process and accepting to let her body find its inherent balance. This was by no means a surrender, but a fierce internal battle where she confronted the harshest reactions appearing on her skin's surface with an iron spirit. Her resilient decision has become a profound educational lesson in true courage and self-understanding, proving that genuine strength sometimes comes from daring to face challenges directly rather than evading them. Daisy's proud self-healing journey offers not only a powerful inspiration for living, but also opens a new perspective on the value of unwavering determination before adversity. This breakthrough story resoundingly affirms that a steadfast soul will always find the light of freedom and master its own destiny, even in the darkest phases of life. In 2004, in the Congo, a brutal trial descended upon 17-year-old Grace as an abnormal growth in her lower jaw expanded into a massive structure. This harsh presence devastated her natural appearance, pushing her into days of intense physical and mental suffering. The darkness of this rare condition gradually shrouded her youth, seemingly threatening to extinguish all hope and dreams of a normal life for the young girl. Amidst despair, a miraculous turning point appeared in the form of Mercy Ships, an international medical organization that welcomed her. The talented specialists performed a supreme surgery, entirely eliminating the abnormal structure and bringing a spectacular rebirth to her face. This grand liberation was not only a medical miracle, but also restored her right to live freely, reclaiming her confidence and fierce desire to live. Her journey of overcoming trials delivers a profound lesson in courage, affirming that human willpower is completely infinite. The story proves that love and steadfast faith can always soothe all vulnerabilities and triumph over cruel fate. Now, she proudly steps forward into the future, standing as a vivid symbol of extraordinary resilience. How has the incredible resilience of this young girl inspired you today? Do not forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments section to spread this message. Lacking legs from birth due to congenital brittle bone disease and a severe structural deformity, Zach Rule never allowed adversity to dictate his destiny. Instead of choosing a quiet life or sinking into deep insecurity, this resilient man elected to confront fate directly with an unparalleled iron spirit. He transformed the doubts of others into fuel and dove into the grueling world of physical training, beginning a journey to self-create the strongest possible version of himself. The endless days of training were a relentless battle against thousands of physical pains, testing his immense patience. With ironclad discipline and ultimate perseverance, he overcame every biological barrier to prove that the only true human limitation resides within the mind. The explosive turning point came when Zach proudly became a renowned professional CrossFit athlete, lifting weights and pushing his wheelchair past milestones that even able-bodied people hesitate to face. His spectacular breakthrough has become a profound educational lesson in true courage, deeply inspiring millions of souls across the entire globe. The story of this warrior resoundingly affirms that genuine glory does not lie within a flawless body, but is ignited by unwavering determination and a fierce desire to live fully. He transformed his physical challenges into a magnificent launching pad, proving to the world the infinite hidden strength residing within a soul that refuses to surrender. Living with the butterfly skin syndrome that leaves his body constantly sensitive and vulnerable to the slightest touch, James Dunn has never allowed adversity to obscure his true identity. Most of his physical form must always be wrapped in specialized bandages, turning the simplest daily routines into ultimate trials of immense patience. Instead of collapsing before the cruel limitations of fate, this man chooses to face everything with a resilient mindset, preserving his absolute optimism and radiant smile to master his own destiny. His passion for photography became the wings of freedom, helping him capture the exquisite moments of life through a highly artistic lens. Each photograph he takes is not merely an entertaining piece of art, but a profound educational message about the love for life, proving that the human soul can transcend all biological barriers. The warm energy radiating from him makes anyone he meets completely forget about his external vulnerabilities. opening a new and deeply respectful perspective on the true value of human presence. The desire to contribute and the open spirit of this artist have ignited a powerful torch of inspiration for millions of souls around the world. His story completely shatters all preconceptions about weakness, resoundingly affirming that willpower and immortal faith are what truly define a person's worth. This proud breakthrough journey stands as a vivid testament, showing that a resilient soul will always find the light and will never be conquered by any of life's unpredictable storms. In the vicinity of Calcutta, India, the presence of conjoined twin sisters Ganga and Jamuna Mondal has woven a story full of ups and downs regarding human destiny. With a unique physical form joined at the abdomen and pelvis, possessing 4 arms, 3 legs, and distinct internal organs, they had to face a life of exceptionally harsh trials. Throughout their youth, these 2 women endured isolation and waves of bitter discrimination from the surrounding community due to nature's variance, as if the shadow of rejection would envelop their destiny forever. Rising above the strict prejudices of society, these 2 resilient souls never allowed adversity to extinguish their simple desire for personal happiness. They patiently strive to adapt to a shared life within a highly unique physique, transforming physical barriers into a vivid testament to humanity's extraordinary capacity for harmony. The sisters' deeply determined journey delivers a profound educational lesson on respecting differences, resoundingly affirming that love and unwavering willpower can always soothe all vulnerabilities and ignite hope even amidst the darkest days. From a severe traffic accident at the age of 2 that stripped away the wholeness of her right limb, Pollyanna Hope had to embark on an incredibly grueling recovery journey in Hertfordshire, England. Throughout her formative years, this young girl resiliently endured more than 25 surgical procedures to adjust her bone structure and maintain physical flexibility. Instead of surrendering to the cruel turns of fate or letting biological barriers define her destiny, she elected to confront the challenges directly with an unparalleled iron spirit. Amidst countless physical pains, Pollyanna discovered the light of her life and her own world of freedom through the highly proud art of ballet dancing. The spins and graceful movements executed on her incomplete frame transformed the studio floor into an artistic arena, a place where she released all emotions and asserted her unique personal identity. With ironclad discipline and ultimate perseverance, she turned the seemingly impossible into a dance of pure hope, touching every single spectator. The spectacular breakthrough journey of this 15-year-old girl has become a profound educational lesson in true courage and the fierce desire to live for the younger generation. Pollyanna's story completely shatters all invisible physical boundaries, resoundingly affirming that genuine passion for art can transcend any of life's unpredictable storms. Her extraordinary resilience proves to the world that when a soul is fully determined to rise, no physical limitation can ever imprison its brilliance. In the Punjab region of India, a 60-year-old Sikh devotee named Avtar Singh Mauni has captured the world's attention with a highly unique symbol of faith. He currently possesses a colossal turban head wrap with an astonishing length reaching 645 meters when unfurled, equivalent to the combined length of 13 Olympic swimming pools. Accompanying this unbelievable size is a weight reaching approximately 45 kilograms, creating a monumental physical challenge for the physical form of the man in his 60s whenever he performs the traditional ritual. Bearing such a massive weight every single day demands iron discipline, along with admirable perseverance and physical endurance. Instead of viewing this as a burden, the resilient man has transformed it into an immense source of pride and an inseparable part of his daily routine. His deeply determined journey of endurance serves as a vivid testament, showing that human willpower can adapt to and conquer all biological pressures to preserve sacred values. His journey of breaking boundaries delivers a profound educational lesson on unwavering determination and cultural appreciation, powerfully inspiring spiritual strength for the surrounding community. This unique perseverance shatters all preconceptions regarding age or physical decline, resoundingly affirming that steadfast faith can help humans conquer extraordinary milestones. The image of the devotee proudly walking with his grand symbol of faith remains a source of positive energy, spreading the desire to rise. Born with caudal regression syndrome, leaving her legs undeveloped, 14-year-old Jess Rogers in the USA transformed adversity into a launching pad for miracles. Adopted from Brazil, she used her hands to support and master every physical movement in daily life. Swimming since the age of 8 became a sanctuary, liberating her unique physique from all biological barriers. Through extraordinary independence, from steering a custom bicycle to iron discipline on the blue tracks, the world's smallest athlete delivered a profound lesson in courage. How has the incredible resilience of this young girl inspired you today? Do not forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comment section to spread this message. The devastating event in 2007 descended upon the life of former American nurse Carmen Blandon Tarleton, when a violent attack stripped away her natural appearance and left severe trauma across 80% of her physical form. This harsh trial seemingly threatened to submerge this resilient woman into the permanent darkness of absolute despair. Yet at the very boundary of life and death, the flame of a fierce desire to live and an ironclad will within a brave soul continued to smolder, refusing to surrender to cruel fate. The major turning point arrived through the marvel of modern science combined with extraordinary courage. Opening a supreme surgical journey packed with challenges in global medical history. Undergoing the most complex medical interventions to reconstruct her facial structure and skin. She resiliently conquered boundless physical pain to embrace a highly special rebirth. This miraculous revival not only restored basic biological functions, but also illuminated an immortal faith in the infinite capacity of human beings. Carmen's spectacular breakthrough journey has become a profound educational lesson in forgiveness, adaptation, and resilient willpower for millions of souls across the entire globe. She refused to let past scars imprison her future, actively stepping into the light to spread a powerful source of positive energy and a deeply humanistic message. The former nurse's story shatters all boundaries of fear, resoundingly affirming that a steadfast spirit will always find a path to triumph over adversity. Now, with a new appearance and a mindset that masters her own destiny, Carmen proudly writes the next magnificent chapters of her life through sharing and inspiring the community. Her unwavering determination in facing the harshest turns of life has transformed her into a vivid symbol of unparalleled hidden human strength before the storms of existence. This deeply humanistic journey proves an immortal life philosophy that genuine glory will always be ignited from the most grueling trials. A shocking event occurring amidst extreme weather conditions pushed the life of Erin Ball, a highly charismatic Canadian circus artist, into a brutal trial as she suffered severe frostbite necrosis in her lower limbs. The complex progression forced doctors to perform surgical interventions to remove both legs to preserve her life. This cruel shock seemingly threatened to put an absolute end to the career and dreams of a person whose existence relied completely on supple physical movements. Instead of surrendering to the harsh adversity that stripped away her legs, the fire of artistic passion and the fierce desire to live within this resilient woman determinedly refused to collapse. Through months of facing ultimate physical and mental pain, she began an astonishing journey of self-rebirth. With an unparalleled iron spirit, Erin resiliently trained to adapt to her new physical form, finding ways to reconnect with the circus world through assistive devices and limitless creativity. Her spectacular breakthrough transformed the stage into an arena of hope, a place where she executed proud and captivating aerial dances. Each masterful acrobatic movement offered not only elite artistic entertainment, but also served as a resounding affirmation that physical limitations can never imprison a soul hungering for freedom. With ironclad discipline and boundless perseverance, she proved to the world the extraordinary power of daring to confront and conquer fear. The artist's miraculous revival journey has become a profound educational lesson in true courage and extraordinary adaptability for millions of souls across the entire globe. She not only rediscovered herself at the pinnacle of art, but also opened a deeply humanistic new chapter, powerfully inspiring the desire to live within the community of people with unique physical structures. Erin's story stands as an immortal epic, affirming a grand life philosophy that when human willpower is steadfast enough, all storms of fate must give way to brilliant glory. With half of her face covered by a port wine stain, Anne Antonelli was repeatedly fired from multiple jobs simply due to her different appearance. The 43-year-old accountant in Oklahoma underwent painful laser therapies for years to erase this mark to evade discriminatory stares. It seemed the darkness of rejection would permanently imprison her future. Yet the flame of resilience within that vulnerable soul continued to smolder, refusing to surrender to the strict prejudices of society. The explosive turning point arrived when Anne courageously stopped hiding and posted photos of her authentic appearance on social media, receiving a wave of deep empathy from the community. This bold breakthrough transformed the birthmark that was once her biggest insecurity into a symbol of resilience, shattering all boundaries of fear. Her story serves as a profound educational lesson on self-esteem, resoundingly affirming that genuine beauty is ignited by an unwavering will. Starting from the darkness of an orphanage in Bengaluru due to a rare congenital ichthyosis condition that left her skin constantly vulnerable, Nisha Lobo had to face the strict prejudices of society entirely alone. Her unique physical appearance once transformed the young girl's childhood into a long journey filled with obstacles and trials. Instead of surrendering to adversity or accepting fate's rejection, the flame of resilience within that vulnerable soul continued to smolder, helping her preserve an absolute faith in a brighter tomorrow. The explosive turning point arrived when a family filled with compassion embraced her, completely redefining the value of kinship and driving her to proudly rise and shine under the spotlights of Cannes Lions. Her decision to directly confront the world transformed her deep vulnerabilities into a symbol of true courage, shattering all invisible boundaries imposed by society. Nisha's story serves as a profound educational lesson, resoundingly affirming that pure love and an unwavering will can heal any physical limitation. A major medical trial in the form of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome type 3 descended upon the life of Emily Jones just as she entered the age of 15, the most beautiful stage of youth. This rare condition severely impacted her connective tissue system, forcing the young girl to tether her daily existence to a feeding tube to survive. For a teenager, the presence of this medical device on her physical form seemingly threatened to become a heavy psychological barrier, plunging her into the darkness of deep insecurity before the outside world. Instead of accepting to let cruel fate dictate her future, a highly unique mindset and resilient bravery awakened powerfully within this determined young woman. She courageously confronted adversity directly, transforming the feeding tube that was once a symbol of vulnerability into a vivid testament to her own true courage. With an unparalleled iron spirit, Emily learned to adapt to her special physique, continuing her education and relentlessly spreading positive energy to transcend every strict biological limitation. Her spectacular breakthrough journey has become a profound educational lesson on the value of self-esteem and the fierce desire to live, touching the hearts of millions of souls. The story completely shatters all invisible physical boundaries, resoundingly affirming that genuine human strength does not reside within external perfection, but is ignited by an unwavering will. Now, she proudly steps forward into the future, standing as a grand source of inspiration for the younger generation regarding extraordinary adaptability before the storms of life. Born with achondroplasia, which caused her physical stature to stop at a height of under 1.2 meters, Tara Jolie had to face a highly difficult reality before the strict standards of society. This unique physical difference immediately placed before the young girl a long path filled with grueling trials and countless invisible barriers from the surrounding community. However, the resilient woman never allowed the strict metrics of nature to dictate or limit her own future, determined to preserve an absolute faith in the authentic values residing deep within. Instead of choosing a quiet life of evasion or hiding in a safe world to seek shelter, she courageously chose the path of directly confronting the storms. By nurturing an ironclad will and a fierce desire to live, she plunged into a journey of self-creating her strongest version to shatter every single invisible boundary. Her every proud step serves as a resounding affirmation against all public doubts, proving that extraordinary courage can transform deep vulnerabilities into a powerful source of breakthrough energy. Her ultimate determination transformed the cruel circumstances into a magnificent launching pad, helping her proudly engrave her own name on the map of miracles and assert her unique position. This spectacular journey of overcoming adversity offers not only elite entertainment, but also serves as a profound educational lesson on self-esteem for the younger generation. The remarkable story of this resilient artist becomes a powerful inspiration for millions of souls, igniting an immortal faith that a steadfast spirit will always find the light. Now, with an iron spirit forged through countless trials, she proudly steps forward into the future and spreads a highly valuable humanistic message to the community. Her breakthrough resoundingly affirms an immortal life philosophy that genuine glory is never measured by physical height, but is ignited by the immense height of one's willpower to rise. The image of this tiny woman possessing infinite strength will forever remain a blazing torch, encouraging everyone to dare to dream, dare to confront, and overcome all prejudices to master their destiny. Through each journey of rising above fate of those extraordinary individuals, we can clearly see the invaluable worth of family love, boundless perseverance, and relentless effort to master one's own destiny. Thank you sincerely for spending your precious time to watch these beautiful, deeply humanistic, and educational messages to the end. To accompany the community in spreading these noble values of life, please support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, turning on the notification bell, and sharing this video with your loved ones around you. Wish you and your family to always be peaceful, steadfast, and full of positive energy to write your very own story.